difference in difference regression and Stata by creating a synthetic data. And I will try to relate it with real time examples so that you can understand. So, first of all, I will clear everything in the data file, set seed so that if you follow the process, you will get the same answer. Then, set observation, I will create 1,000 observations. So, what to create, I will show. So, I will create ID, which is serial number, because it will work as a observation number, and then I create a treated variable which will be uh, random uniform and greater than zero point 0.5. So if you have a look, so it will create a serial number and a treated variable where it's 0 and 1. Okay, so it will create a treated variable. Okay, let's go back. So this will show that 50% of workers to uh, the state assigned for training means that this is showing that one means the workers have received the training and others have not. Okay, now we create whatever it will happen is that some of the workers are. So I will create two time periods so that we can see before and after. So I've created, so if you go in the data file, you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's randomly connected to time. So let's say this the first worker, this is the first time period and second time period, first, second worker, third worker. So third worker has the training in the first time and second time also, but there will be some cases where uh, it will it now it will be connected to other variables. Well, let's move that side. Let go, and then I will uh, create a post dummy. The training program starts in year two. So this is the training that those who have taken in year number two, or it's like a post event, or one will be the pre event. First time period is a pre, and two is the post. Okay, now we go down, and then we create a difference in difference. It means those who got the training and in the second time period. So it's called difference in difference. Okay, so this, so what it is happening is it's linking the intervention applied means the workers who got the training means you will have one variable that is representing a policy, and the post is representing the time period or the after the treatment. Okay, so it will be so it will be equal to 1 if somebody got the training and he's in the second time period, means we are checking after the training. Now we create the y variable. Y variable will be his annual income, so I will create a synthetic formula. So y is equal to 10 plus 2 into time, means second time period is uh, two, two, two times it will increase, and then for the treated it will become 3, add 3 more, and then 5 with the DID. So when I run this, and then there is the error term with 0 mean and 2 standard deviation. So this is the dependent variable that is created. Okay, so it means if I run regression, hypothetically time will have a coefficient 2, treated will have a coefficient 3, and DID will have a coefficient 5. So I will label them. So y is their annual income, treated is the training state, and the post is post program. Okay, so what I can do is if I just plot it using preserve, I will create a mean value y across the treated time. Okay, and then I can plot this graph. So if we use preserve, because when you create a new data, it will delete the original data. So if you use preserve, you use the new data and make the graph, and then you use restore to bring back the original data if you need, because data can only show one data at a time. So if you want to go to a subset data, so you can go like this. So it is showing that for people who got treated, their average incomes are higher as compared to people who didn't got treatment. So this graph is distorted because I didn't use it in one line. So let me have a look at it again. So you can see now. So those who have a training, they tend to have a starting higher salary and they end up with a much different salary as compared to people who don't get training. So this is the example of difference in difference. But we need to confirm it using regression. So how we do? We do regression Y, treated, post, and DID. So you can see the coefficient must be similar. So treated is 2, post is 1, DID is 5. So it is similar to what we did in the population. So here you will see if the training has an effect after a certain time period. So it should be significant in your model. So it means in your data, there will be intervention into the time period variable and it should be significant positive if it is improving or significant negative if it is detrimental. So we can also check it using this without technically multiplying it before. We can just do it like this. So you can see it must be 5 signal. So we just cross product it. Okay. Because both of them are binomial, we use double hash. If they both are continuous, we can use single hash. Now you can here you can see the interpretation is there. I already gave you brief explanation. We can also do it using panel data. So I will declare it as a panel data because there are two time periods and there are cross sections. Now we use xtreg. So you can see it still has significant positive impact. Okay. And we can also do it using regdfe if there are multiple cross sections, multiple sample identifier like cross section, time period, firms, countries. So you can use this method. So it is still have similar positive impact. So there are 1,000 cross sections and two time periods. So we made it like it's like a two-way fixed effect. Okay, so you have to install it if you want to do it. So you can add multiple fixed effects here. Okay, so now I convert it into 5 time periods. So I delete the data, make 500 observations, create number of observation, create the treated variable, expand it to 5 and add time period from 2010 to 2011 to 2015. Okay, and then you can see now this is data, so time period. Now we go back and now we create a training of so I'm showing that in the middle of the time period they had a training. So what we do, post is after the middle. So post is if x is greater than 13 and then we multiply the treated, both those who got the training and the post time period means we want to see after what they have been trained for. So this is here and then I generate the y variable and then xt set again because I did the randomization, so it will remove. Now you can run the regression. Okay, so I will open the copy the regression command. This is the command. So if you come here, ideally it should have a coefficient 3. So if I run, it is 6 because we have not included other variables. So, but uh, this model has more time periods, so you have to add your other variables like year. So then you can improve the model. It was name is not year, name is time. This way you can add more variables in this model and also you can add controls. So this example that I did here, the intervention is binomial, means training or not training, and the time period is continuous, so you can do before and after. So there are two examples of time period I did, two time periods and then multiple time periods. For the DID, I only use the binomial variable um, uh, which was treated or not treated. But in real life, you can use continuous variable. So if continuous variable is higher than a certain number, you can say it is equal to 1 and less than a certain number, it's 0 and that becomes the treated. For example, government is going to give subsidy for the people whose productivity is higher than certain number. So you get the productivity data or and then you say if it is more than this number it's 1 and other 0, so this is the treatment and then you connect it with time, so make it DID. So you can see the coefficient is 6 because you can see the DID has a 3 and time minus 2012. So that is equal to 6. So this number will change every time. So on average, it will be 3 because the time periods are 1 to 6. So you can see time period bar 5. So so the middle of the 5 is 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. That's why the coefficient is 6. Here what happened is that this number will change for each cross section because the time value will change. But since for the whole data we know the average value of time, that is 3, so it will be 6. So how you can confirm? You can just write some time. So if you run this, it is of some time minus 2012. So it is actually 3 that we have already explained. Not work. Okay. So I interpreted how you explain this model. So I hope I give you detailed explanation of how to do DID in Stata. If your data is big enough, you can do more processes, like you can apply advanced estimation models, because if your data does not have enough variation, then if you go towards advanced models, it will lead to multi-collinearity because you are just creating binomial variables from binomial variables. So it might lead to problems like omitting variables. So when you're going, it should have a very big data in order to see. And ideally, if it is a multi-level DID, that then it will not drop. So I hope you got enough information. You can ask questions in the chat. I will try to address them in the coming videos. Thank you.